I'm an old man.
I'm an old man.
I'm so old, son. You can't abandon the wet noodle. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready, I guess.
Who's the judge here anyway?
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge.
Why didn't you say anything then?
I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. I was waiting for dramatic effect, which you ruined.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. The time starts now. I'll call my witness.
Right,
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your profession.
I'm the proprietor of the restaurant of the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake.
Slap.
I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. I still haven't heard who this old guy is. This guy's been objecting to everything. I don't...
No. Objection. He doesn't even let you say anything.
So, I can't just let it slide, right?
I wanna know who he is.
Yeah.
His name is Old Man.
Wait just a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes.
Well, it's already been a minute and a half, buddy.
Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
The
right.
witness will state his name. Oh! Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
Oh, he cannot recall, you say? I cannot recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? Okay. You didn't lose any health, so it's okay. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. We sell boats to eat. And then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to the shore, and a man walks by my window. He fell asleep right at the end of it. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
No.
What do we need
There is nothing
cross-examination for?
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now, before it's too late.
Yes?
I have a party to go to.
Mr. Wright?
Of course I'll cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin.
Duh! My heart.
Mad.
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
3 minutes just passed. The world's gonna end now.
I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Objection!
In the restaurant where I run those.
Oh yeah. No, what restaurant? Should I press it?
That's just his confusion, I think, his old manness. Broadly
Yeah.
compressed, I guess.
Maybe I'll just press it. Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, what exactly what's not good enough? Who's this Polly?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keefy boy.
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Kid?
Let's just press minus.
Okay. I didn't see what it was.
It was like, I saw a boat floating at the lake.
Okay.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
At the time, that is.
At the time?
Not gonna elaborate on that.
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks up and let's press him on this. This is important information. By your window?
Yeah, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this one, Buster.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. What the heck?
Okay, so yeah, now we know what he was whispering. I can't believe he's dead. Alright, so let's just look at our information right now.
I can't believe he's dead. I can't believe he's dead.
Yeah, but let's just press him on this one. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
Dad! Oh! The dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. He was like, oh diggity dong, I can't believe he's dead.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edge boy.
I guess he's dead now.
I guess he's dead.
Good heart attack.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Ron Karma, he lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Oh no!
I'm so
Oh
good.
no, I'm never gonna win. I don't like this.
I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quicker, this trial is gonna be over. I mean, there's nothing to object to. The old man's probably right that he saw Edgeworth. You know, but like it doesn't mean Edgeworth didn't.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like in situations just like this, it's probably best to be doubtful because you never know if not being doubtful is going to be like, alright, I guess this court case is over. I mean, there was that one where we did lose health because we objected, but like every other time so far, raising an objection was the right choice.
Yeah, let's just raise an objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
Crap, wrong. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his fingerprints after he fired.
Well, and then got his fingerprints on the other. Like, So I'm gonna wipe my left hand off and put my right hand there. It'll really confuse the police.
You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise another objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, no one lies in a court of law. The evidence tells all. This world isn't cruel enough to have liars in it. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. You basic attorney, if you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
I feel like
Please!
I failed as an attorney.
Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help! Nick needs you!
Sorry, I was not practicing and I was sitting samurai all day. Watching samurai all day.
Watching the pink.
Watching Pink
What are you
Princess.
doing?
Whatever it is.
3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Snore.
Sleepwalks out of you.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No.
About time.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Guilty.
No, we lost.
The accused will surrender to the court immediately. To be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Did we actually fail? I don't know what we could have. Okay.
Word. Is it Maya? Again?
What the heck was that just now?
Huh? What?
What the heck?
Where'd you come from?
Hey, how you guys doing? I just burst in here. What the heck are you doing here?
Snuck in here past the guard.
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I just beat up 2 guards. Give me some slack. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday.
Real?
I wasn't sure. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order.
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. Also, why is there an old guy on the ground behind me? I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I must lie to protect him. I mean, I'll testify. Let me testify. I'm not a liar. I know what's going on. I see all. Order. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. This is highly illegal. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Rose given us one final chance at this!
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse!
You're right. Okay.
I know what you're thinking. You think it's already as horrible as it can
I'm not surprised. You're legally a medium. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
I mean, it's not signed yet. This is my court,
not yours, Karma. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What's the meaning of this? It's perfectly fine to hide witnesses. It's perfectly fine to block witnesses who will give you... he's gonna make me lose. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. No. No. What? No! The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess, I guess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Is that understood, Karma? I don't want to. No, you will. I don't want to, though. Alright, let's have our recess, and then the witness will speak. No.
Thank you, Larry.
Gets on the ground and has a freaking tantrum.
He's like on the ground. Court is adjourned.
When we first saw Larry again, I was like starting to think like, oh, Larry could be literally the murderer. I mean, he still
wait a minute.
be.
I did it. Convict me instead. What the?
My testimony. I saw a man with brown hair.
I saw a guy that looked exactly like me do it, and then I realized I was having an out-of-body experience. I think I did it.
I kind of shot a gun out into the lake. I thought it would be a cool way to go fishing, but I shot him instead.
I thought those two humanoid things in a boat were fish. Humanoid fish, and I thought it would be the biggest catch of my life, and so I just aimed and fired.
Ooh, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse. Really?
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night. Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. ... He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
What? You say something, right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
What the heck do you mean? This whole trial has been insane. But it's nothing.
Huh?
I swear, 50 times over, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack from your antics.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. After that guy disintegrated in front of me, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah.
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now.
So what, you're gonna like stall the trial for as long as possible until he's like, holy crap, this is taking too long. We're gonna have to suspend the trial until tomorrow. it's like this. I think it could have been this, but it also could have been this. But I also feel like maybe it could have been this. Also, yesterday, a viewer told me he saw the future and this happened. And after the murder happened, a bunch of commenters told me that maybe this happened when it was really this. And a bunch of replies said, holy crap, you're an idiot. It was actually this. He has this 1 hour long testimony.
Oh my gosh.
Court is now back in session.
You know, I can speak fish. They saw it happen too.
Objection, stop saying nonsense.
Right. So, about the murder, it could have been like this, but I actually think maybe aliens did it. Witness. Please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Ron Karma didn't even have to prep his witness. Have time to prep. Sorry. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
Alrighty. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Cricket.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Yeah, what do you do? Do you try and... Because I think he's lying. Do you try and prove he's lying? Or do you try and try and, like, say, oh, I don't know. I don't really know what the idea is here. I think maybe it's just a bunch of pressing. I mean, unless it's clear you're supposed to contradict him, but I guess maybe press first, and then if nothing progresses, then I guess you're supposed to contradict him. Because I honestly don't know what you're supposed to do.
Press him here. Looking for something? I don't remember.
Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
It's not irrelevant. I was looking for my Steel Samurai inflatable. It's super cool, and honestly, I think it could have come to life and killed a guy, you know.
Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face, old man. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? Just look at me. Do I look like a sundial to you?
People use watches these days, Larry.
It's not like I'm gonna go buy a watch. Those things hurt my wrist.
I heard bang. Where'd the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. It could have come from anywhere. Maybe it came from the sky. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked.
I don't see a reason to press this one.
You really didn't see a boat? Not a single
After
boat.
I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Whatever, just press everything actually. So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Nick?
Huh. It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
Okay, so, yeah, you are supposed to contradict him, I guess. So, I'm pretty sure you have an evidence that says 2 bangs or something.
Yeah.
That single gunshot fired 3 times.
Yeah, 5 3 times, right? Unless it's someone's testimony. It's different.
Yeah, Lana said I heard 2.
No,
That was the one right there. Just after midnight. And he said it was around 12 or something. I don't know. I don't know which one you would use.
Let's present this. Gosh. Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard one bang? You're sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss
Look at that face of Lana.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified that she heard 2 bangs.
I don't remember her face looking like that.
And the old man just now heard the same
It
thing.
was just because of the angle.
I'm a lizard.
They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
The aliens must have muted me.
Were you even listening?
Were you listening to me?
Were you paying attention to what they all said?
Yo, Nick, please. Why are you trying to contradict me? I'm trying to help with my truths.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. About how much of a friend you don't seem to be. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Come on, Nick, Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. I'm pretty forgetful.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, I might have missed the other gunshot. You see, I like to turn off my ears after midnight. I was listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Headphones? Radio?
What are those?
Order, and stop that booing.
Booing?
I guess there's booing in the core. Boo! We hate radios.
We're boomers. We don't like it.
Boomer.
Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Continue.
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I won't leave out the aliens.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
What, Larry? It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? They were listing so many different things that people like chocolate and Christmas trees and headphones like the ones I was wearing for $9.99 that you can get on Amazon. And they're pretty cool, 5-star numbers. It's like I'm getting even more and more. Oh, do you also know what I got on Amazon? This is cool. This Santa outfit that my girl Beyonce got me. It was pretty cool. And she got it from Amazon, you see. Amazon's a pretty cool site, you know. The boat too. I think it came from Amazon. I mean, it could have. I mean, you can get anything on Amazon, even cars probably. I bet the aliens use it.
Mr. Butts.
I was listening to it, real booming loud, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
Truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says?
I don't know what the problem is either. He was just...
If he was listening to loud music on the radio, how could he have heard anything about? I don't know. I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll find out.
Well, he could have heard it. I mean, it depends on how loud it was at the time.
I think we're gonna...
What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshots.
Excuse me? DJ?
The announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Charade?
Charade, yeah.
Yeah.
It's lonely being alone. Oh, yeah. Gosh dang it. Why didn't I intervene sooner? Now he has all this crap about the radio and Amazon. All this Amazon stuff. All this stuff that I get on Amazon. Also, my girl fiance is awesome. Do any of you guys know some cool card tricks?
But did she? Is that a she? What did DJ say? She.
How do you know it's
Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions.
Obviously, a woman can't be a DJ.
What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason as to why we should care.
Because, like...
There could be, by chance. I don't know.
By chance, what?
I don't know, just something important. I have no idea. Like, I can't just say we don't care and never know. You know?
If there's nothing else, we can come back to it.
Okay, we don't care. Alright, I didn't really have a deep reason for asking that, but understood, Your Honor. I withdraw my question.
Continue your examination of the witness then.
It's getting nowhere. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay. That's why I was listening to. Okay. Yep. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with this case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Buzz, how loud was your radio set to that night? Real booming loud.
Real booming loud?
Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Okay. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know. I guess press that in. Ask about what the words were.
What'd you say? We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Okay, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Oh, it's almost Christmas. That means it wasn't 12 yet. I wonder if that has any relation with anything.
Should we press it or just... Let's press it first, right?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. Come on, I have an awesome memory, and she had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Just after midnight.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that's the thing.
There were 3 gunshots though.
Let's just do this one.
Okay.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you know better. You better know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said?
What did I say?
The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshots.
Yeah, top 10 things I say truthfully. Indeed, and...
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the gunshots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Dang it, I wanted more truth, not contradictions. Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The correct witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. What the heck? What do you mean by that? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
The radio could have been at a place where it's, a few minutes short. I don't know.
I think in doubt, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say in doubt, be optimistic, but actually, normally you want to be pessimistic when it's a witness that's fighting against you. But I don't know I think Larry's your friend. I think, I don't know. Just optimistic. I think if he's right, then that's new evidence. That's a new side of the case that you haven't seen yet. And
maybe the other two witnesses are wrong. Probably not.
Maybe. I mean, they can both be right. I think that would mean that there's a part of the case that they don't know about yet, and maybe it would lead to more investigating.
Yeah, maybe because Larry heard it earlier, the one gunshot, and then the other two witnesses heard the two gunshots later. Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing.
I love that face.
I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Here? Fired 3 times?
Oh, it did happen.
Yeah.
There were 3 gunshots.
It might be that. What is everything else?
And there's not really.
Well, my memory isn't as impeccable as yours. I need to...
Sure. This one, the Gordy article. I'm pretty sure it's this.
Yeah, okay, gun.
To the gun.
I can prove this.
This is my evidence.
Here's my answer. The murder weapon.
Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now I realize the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before before midnight.
Oh. Order.
I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Yep, on cue.
You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yeah, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something?
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. You have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight.
I mean, like Larry's testimony, right?
So you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things.
And what the DJ said, his testimony. What?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why.
I still haven't figured out what this is.
But
Do I have proof? This, right?
oh, yeah, that's the proof. It took a random picture of an empty lake at 11:50 p.m.
Well, presenter, right? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Look at this photo. Oh my gosh. Look at this graph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50.
Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this...
Your Honor.
Your Honor, this photograph...
Oh my goodness, Your Honor.
This photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Oh.
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims.
Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen on that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Don't make me fall down and cry again.
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. ...
We have another tantrum.
Wait just a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes? Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it.
Huh?
I don't have it. Remember the case with the steel samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right, I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You're just watching. Let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
His slam matched with the beat. Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright?
the testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Order in court.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
No.
Wrong, karma. The man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
You're so silly, Mr. Wright. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat.
Could have been a boat like over there. you never know.
According to the testimonies, there were no other boats.
Alright. Yeah, right. It's not the picture that's the only piece of...
Right.
Yeah.
Sadly.
The defendant... Yeah, that's yours. Did you read this?
Yes.
Disintegrated.
There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, Slop, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Why are we still not saying the possibility that someone was in the water at the time? Yes, but this assumes... Oh my gosh, he's thick.
What?
Never mind. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
The
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0015.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. I wasn't catching up. What did he say?
Robert Hammond was killed 25 minutes before the other gunshots.
So he was killed. So he's saying that he was killed 25 minutes before any of the gunshots?
Yeah, before there was a boat out in the lake. Before Edgeworth got on a boat with someone. He was killed before all of that.
Confused. Who was it who fell in the lake? Edgeworth?
We don't know.
What?
We don't know.
What? Okay.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Edgeworth and the murderer?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
Yep.
The guise is like a disguise.
Yeah, the identity, the disguise, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a word people use.
I don't use it.
Yeah, it's just a word you've never heard. What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make about this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's Miles Edgeworth. I mean, it's not.
You don't.
It's not
know.
Lotta, because she's a girl.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know.
There's like.
Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? You don't know?
Bah, again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Okay, so the old man lied in his testimony. He said that guy on the boat, he came over here and I saw him.
There you go, so.
Probably lied there, I guess. He was the
What
one
a
who killed
big fat
Robert.
old liar. I'm not a liar. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any other boats on the lake then.
Why would you have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that's the real scene of the crime was not on a boat.
Murder's on a boat. What? Well then, where did the murder take place? He opened his mouth near the end.
I judge where the murder really took place. I don't know.
I would assume the boat rental shop. That's my first guess, but I don't know. So.
I mean, I have no idea.
I don't either.
So that's the entrance. That's the hot dog place or whatever. That's the thing up there.
I mean, if it was the boat taker, then maybe it's his own shop, I guess. Where was the body even found? Was it found in the ocean? Or the lake? Like on the shore or something? I don't know.
We never knew where the body was found. Actually, did they get it at the bottom of the lake?
I think best guess is just the Brenzel first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take that! Oh, the music stopped. Okay. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. Oops.
Oh, does it say where his body was found? Nope. Okay. Whatever. We don't need it. It sucks. We wouldn't need to know. Who cares?
That way he could meet with anyone the victim. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
What's going on?
think it's Larry's boat. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He ran into the other boats. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot.
Oh.
Well, it was really close by, so... Hear a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop.
No, didn't know that. Phoenix solved it for us.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. I'm sure you have this whole case under control now. You know everything.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out.
Here's exactly what happened.
That night, well, what was that one picture? Where it was showing that one picture with the very zoomed in picture. Where does that connect to where it's really zoomed in?
You mean
And they shot the
where it looked like a guy was shooting?
Yeah.
I think that was just a picture to try and frame Edgeworth. I don't think he probably shot past him or something.
Okay. The caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh! Oh!
Oh my gosh! The Grim Reaper has come for me!
This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. The gunshot was fired from his job. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat and became Robert Hammond. He got on the boat with Edgeworth
Still a soul.
and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Miles, this Miles Edgeworth. Who's this, right?
That old man looks so much different now. Look at his face. He does not look like the same old guy. Looks much more chubby.
Kind of looks like he's wearing an eye patch.
I just think he looks more chubby and different.
Yeah, he looks like a different. I don't know, whatever. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol.
Oh, there's the picture you saw too.
Okay, so what was he shooting? Oh, he missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
Because to create a witness?
Oh, yeah. If he only shot once, then there's no way to know who was shooting, I guess. Like, if someone looked over, they would see two people, but they wouldn't have known who shot. So if they shot again, you'd be like, oh,
That guy.
Oh yeah, I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
create a witness. Well, actually, I guess, yeah, he wanted to get people to look at the bow so they could see a guy with a gun. That's what it was.
What is this? Is this the oar? I don't...
Yeah,
This
it's
is
the
the
oar.
oar? Oh, okay. How'd they get back? Is there another oar? Okay, whatever, that doesn't matter. Oh wait, I thought he was shooting the oar off of the boat. It looks like it's going off of it. Like,
It has to be in the water to row.
it just looks like he was like shooting it off. Like, you can't go anywhere. The murderer lived...
You're gonna be stuck on the. This will be your prison. I know how much you're scared of swimming.
I know your weakness. I know you've never learned how to swim.
You're gonna be stuck here until the day you die.
Oh no! The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot, and ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again.
Look, I'm
Then,
shooting a gun, Edgeworth.
the murderer jumps from the boat and okay, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
Murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Dot. There's more dots.
Bailiff. Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I cannot say what it was.
Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What?
That was quick.
What should I do? I'm scared.
Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away.
I like how straight up Edgeworth was standing. Like hands to sides.
If only I saw it. Mr. Von Karma,
You'll
your witness has disappeared. What?
You'll say it in the recording.
Okay.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances.
One more day.
Objection!
I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed.
Objection. It'll end in 3 minutes.
I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness.
I'm in charge of the police.
Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want him now. I want to know who he is.
I want him to be mine.
Very well, court is adjourned. No.
December.
District Court.
Hey Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else.
I totally thought he was lying.
Yeah, me too.
I forgot what he said.
Who said?
Well, the most prevalent thing is that you heard a gunshot before midnight. But yeah, I thought he was lying about hearing a gunshot. And being
Oh, I thought you were saying like, I think he's lying. I think he was lying like right now.
I thought he was I thought for sure he got up and was just gonna lie like, hey, I actually. That's why I was so unsure if you should contradict him or not. I was like, should you?
Yeah, I had the suspicion he might have been lying too, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good job, Larry.
Good boy, Larry.
I didn't read that
I didn't know.
Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
Top 10 most epic trials of all time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on the trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
What? Did you say something?
Don't look so pained.
Pain.
I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little, relax.
I'm sorry. I'm physically unable to smile. I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. Tell me, please.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
To be continued.
What if he has split personality? Whoa! Whoa, it's split personality, dude!
Genocide Edgeworth. Alright. I am done for now. I really, really want to finish. I'm gonna save right there too, just in case. Okay.
Genocide Edge.